Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Para Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandhu cha Sakha Tvameva. Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva, tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Je utpati sthiti laya kare vedo stuti uchare. Jenaro masuchidrama anusama brahmanda koti fare. Maya kad ravi shasi suragano agnan lope kshana. Eva aksharadamna adhipati Shri Swami Narayana. Janiyamrutavani to vahirahi sakshat mahima rupe. Jani brahmi sthiti aholin kare. Subhavya aksharapade. Sharanagata nijalpa jiva sahuna shreyartha tatpara rahe. Kaka snehal sindhu divya vibhune hayyon to vandan kare. Sajanand Swami Maharaj ki jai. Sab guणातीत स्वरूपों की जय जय जय. प्रगट ब्रह्म स्वरूप काका जी महाराज, पप्पा जी महाराज, स्नेहल सिंधु शताब्दी पर्व महोत्सव की जय जय. प्रगट ब्रह्म स्वरूप हरिप्रसाद स्वामी महाराज आत्मीय युवा महोत्सव की जय जय जय. प्रगट ब्रह्म स्वरूप जसभाई साहेब संत आज्ञा दर्शन पर्व महोत्सव की जय जय जय. सदगुरुदेव की जय जय जय. आज के आनंद की जय जय जय. हर संडे को हम इधर आते हैं, महापूजा में ज्वाइन होते हैं. हमारे हर एक के दिल के अंदर की एक भावना होती है कि हमारे लाइफ में कुछ भी हर्डल हो, प्रॉब्लम हो, वो चला जाए, और इसके लिए महापूजा करते हैं. या तो हर्डल और प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो तो आए नहीं, गारंटी तो है नहीं कि नहीं आएगा, मगर प्रेयर करे, महापूजा करे तो वो हो तो आए नहीं, और शायद आए तो हल्का होकर आए, जिससे हमें बड़ी तकलीफ ना हो. आज हम आ रहे तो हमारे प्रज्ञेश भाई भी बता रहे थे कि ही इज़ वेरी हेल्दी एंड वेरी रनिंग person, he is a salesperson, right? So he has to have going, by foot, by driving, whatever, But he says all of a sudden in December he got one after another 3-4 problems, and he could not understand what that happened, why that happened, But when we do this Mahapuja, at least the divine power works and we don't end up into some making mistakes, or we don't end up into the wrong crowd where we become the victim of something, So that is the purpose of puja and Mahapuja, But in our life, we are always trying to improve and progress from wherever we are. And we all have challenges in our life also. There are certain things that we want to get rid of that from our life. And it is difficult to get rid of. We try and try and try, Sometimes we are successful. Sometimes we are semi-successful. And sometimes we are not, So, today, I was coming in the car, and our Vijay Bhai, he normally does not ask question, but today he asked me a question, And his question was that he is doing night prayer. Before going to bed, we have been saying that night prayer is very powerful thing to do, because that goes into our subconscious for the whole night while we are sleeping. So he says, I am doing night prayer for certain things that I don't want to repeat tomorrow. And then in the morning when I wake up, I do the morning prayer that whole day, oh God, please help me and guide me so I don't end up into doing the mistake. What he says that I have improved, it has happened less. But still there are certain things, that it does happen. And I didn't ask him what is that, and I don't want to ask, but this is a common question for everybody, that we may have certain things bothering us. I'll give you some example, Anger, is our common friend, right? We all get angry once in a while, And I'm saying common friend is because we don't know how to get rid of that friend, So, and anger creates a lot of problems, within family, at job, in school, in business, everywhere, If we don't perform properly, the anger will become our enemy, So, people say that I want to get rid of anger, but how can I? And there are techniques, It's not that you can say that it is impossible to get rid of anger, Because there are people who do not get angry, in their whole life. So we have to learn from them that what do they do, that makes, them that way, And some people, they claim they don't get angry, They may get angry, but they say that is allowable, That level is okay, So those are different levels, But anyhow, whichever way, I'm just giving example, or, you drive the car, and you drive so close to the person in front of you, so you end up hitting that car, And then you try to learn, that you don't want to do that. But again, you end up. So I was giving him an example, that few years ago, our Vijay Bhai was getting a lot of tickets, And we tell him, hey, be careful. Still he was getting tickets. So I told him that when was the last time you got the ticket? And he said, how many years ago now? Say it loudly. 5 years ago. That's a nice record, right? Anybody who has gotten the ticket in last week? Vibhaben? Oh. After a long time. In last month, anybody has gotten the tickets? Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Last 1 year, whoever got ticket? So, Vijay, you are doing better than all these, right? But the point I was driving, while he was driving, in his mind, was that when you were driving the car and you were getting tickets, what was the thing that you did which made this, that you did not get ticket for 5 years? And he gave me some idea, Then I said, now let's go back. I take you back to 10 years, ago. And now you are driving again the way you were driving, And you want to stop having any ticket from tomorrow. What will you do, And he kept giving me different answers, Drive very carefully. I said, okay, you drive carefully. Still you got ticket next day, Now what would you do? Then he said, do prayer. I said, okay, you did prayer and still you got ticket next day, What would you do? And there were 4 or 5 things I will not repeat, but he ran out of the options, Then last he said, that it's better not to drive, Yeah? And that is the right answer, You may laugh, but if you don't want to get the ticket, don't drive. But that is not practical also, right? So the next option is have somebody else drive, on your behalf, And let that person be victim and not you. But that is another option, But what I'm saying is that any habit we have also, we have to go to that level of thinking, that I don't want that thing, I don't want that anger. I don't want to have friendship with my anger, come and go, but I don't want that anger, And then that anger will go away, That anger will pack up his bag, from you and say, okay, this is not my customer, my friend, I have to go. But I'm just giving you a little, short, idea, that we do here, we come here and we do this kind of things, which will untie our knots, which are very difficult to untie in coming in this satsang. And after this, having our food, our prasad, we would have a sit down, and somebody who has questions or somebody wants to stay there, we will expand more, So, Sajanand Swami Maharaj ni Jai, and let us have the prasad, and our Jai Shri Ben will take those people who are interested there, filling out forms and other things. Sajanand Swami Maharaj ni Jai.